Olympus, OM System, OM Digital Solutions, whatever you want to be called, I have lost my faith in you. I'm Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and we're going to speak about this. But one thing that is really important, I still believe that Micro Four Thirds system is a fantastic system I love to use. I still believe that Olympus and OM system cameras and lenses are fantastic. What I'm worried about is the company. There are many things that make me worried. Their marketing policy, the gear they're issuing now, and many things. So we're going to speak about it in details. So let's start. So to remember the situation, about 3 years ago, a bit more. I don't have the exact date. It's not really relevant. Many people were thinking that Olympus was going to directly close their photography department. Okay. And many people were worried. There were many rumors that it was going to close. Actually, the photography business for Olympus was only 6% of their whole business. It was nothing. Nothing, still money, but nothing for such a massive company that has also optical things in medical part or medical business and more businesses. They have many things. So for them, it would not be really a problem to say, well, let's close this down. We don't make money. We even lose money with that. It's not worth it. We close it. That's it. If it was not for, I don't know, I would say pride of the name Olympus, who had been a big actor in the photography business for so many years. And so they decided, surprise for many people, to sell it. And they found a buyer, JIP, Japan Investment Partners. Which is actually they just make money. They're not in the photography business. They're just an investment fund. Okay, so many people started to say Olympus has closed. It's finished. It's over. That's it. And a few people, not that many. I was one of them. I made this video here, telling it was good news. And for me, that was good news because we were all worried if it was going to close. And now we were sure it was not closing. It had just changed owners. So that was good news. Good news. Well, that was not the first time that a company changed owners. Hasselblad belongs to DJI. Pentax to Ricoh, okay? And it's not the first time. Leica has changed hands many times, okay? So, well, that's not really a problem, okay? For me, it was good news because at least we knew that the company had the intention to carry on, okay? So, really good. And actually, Olympus was keeping a small share of the business, I think 5%, okay, of the new company that they created. So one day they told us that it could not be called Olympus anymore. Cameras had to be called OM System. Many people thought it was a new name. I made a video explaining it was not. OM System had been used by Olympus for many years, and many years ago, I would say, for accessories, okay? So it was not a new name, but they used it again. Personally, I don't like the name because it sounds like a robot. It's a lot nicer to say Olympus or Canon, Nikon or Pentax. That sounds a lot better, okay? But, well, still, that's what they decided. And then they created a new company. The new name for the business would be OM Digital Solutions. So for some people, it's a bit complicated. Olympus, not anymore. OM System, and then it's also OM Digital Solutions. It's not the first time that the company has its the name of its main brand with different name. Okay? So that's no problem. Bit confusing for many, but well, not really a problem. Okay, but still. And then for me, that was also good news. I thought, well, yeah, they carry on. They want to go ahead with the business. That's fantastic. Okay, and we waited to have some news, to see what they would come up with, all this. And I think they got a lens then. Well, I'm not sure about the date, okay, it doesn't really matter. But then we waited for new camera. And one day they told us, you are going to see the wow camera. Okay, we waited again, and then at last we got the OM1, still called Olympus, as for the anniversary of the first film camera OM1, they created this OM1 and they kept the name Olympus on it. But they said it would be the last one to be called Olympus. After it will be OM system. Okay, so then the thing was, and what else are we going to see? What else are we going to see on the market and prices, all that? So this is where bit by bit I lost my faith, and we're going to speak about this. So the first thing the company started to do is to communicate lens roadmap, what they would come up with, and many people were expecting see where and when and what they will issue. I'm not sure about the date, okay? Maybe some were announced before and some after, doesn't matter. But I remember the first really lens that was really like, wow, what a lens that came out was the 150 to 400 millimeter 4.5 magnificent tele lens, but cost like 7,500 euros, the equivalent in dollars, similar, okay? That's a massive money. And many people thought that's too expensive. Well, honestly, I think it's not expensive in the way that if you compare to its equivalent full frame that costs like 12,000 for Nikon or Canon or similar, okay, or Sony or even Sigma is about the same price as the Olympus, a bit more, maybe, okay. I think, well, okay, that's a market they have, okay, but still, wow. And they kept coming up with more lenses, the 1.2 line, some were missing, they added it, I can't remember if it was just before, just then, but still, I think, well, that's a lot of lenses, the 8 to 25 f4, the 12 to 45 was just before, I think, and things like this, okay? So I thought, well, they keep selling things and presenting new things, but let's see. And then the OM1 came out. It was announced as the wow camera. Some people like me think it's a great, fantastic camera. Yeah, I say wow because I come from the OMD EM5 Mark II, so the OM1 was wow. Some are not convinced about this, like Robin Wong didn't feel it was like a wow camera, okay? And yes, but if you think about it, everything they issued then was not made by OM system. This was already engineered by Olympus before it was sold, because you don't create a new camera or new lens or anything new in 6 months, a year. It's at least 3, 4, 5 years development, okay? So obviously everything they were presenting already existed before the company was sold. So for me, the big expectation was a new camera for the 5 line, okay? The OM5. When I received it for reviewing, opened the box, and I thought it was a joke. I thought they had sent me the OM EM5 Mark III. And then I realized it's written OM system. And I thought, what, did they just change the name? That's not possible. I was like shocked, honestly. I said, Eric, forget it. Give it a chance. Try it. And yes, new processor, new stabilization, new autofocus. And then you realize they still have the USB-C. No, the micro USB. That every company is now putting USB-C is going to be compulsory worldwide. And they keep putting the micro USB. What is that? And then the menu, Olympus menus were a nightmare. With the OM1, they solved it. It was new look, new style, everything new. And the OM5, they put the old menus way back then. So I started to think, same box, same body, okay? Just it's written OM system instead of Olympus. What have they done? Are they getting things out of stock, using them again? Yes, different processor, but still, what have they done new? And I started to worry a lot. I started to think something was going wrong with this. And then, more thing happened. Let's carry on. In the meanwhile, I had a massive argument with Olympus Spain. The head of Olympus in Spain, OM system in Spain, sent me some gear to present. I did. And then after he was supposed to send me more, I never received, didn't get anything, nothing. Just promises after promises. Until one day I really got mad, I was really angry, other YouTuber in Spain who have less visits on their Olympus videos than I did then, did receive some gear to present, did have some collaboration, and I was always neglected or ignored, okay? So I felt like, why don't you send it to me? When I present something that is called Olympus or M System, I've got more visits than this guy you send gear to. So the argument was massive. So I said, I don't want to know anything anymore about Olympus Spain, okay? And in October, I think October, September, I'm not sure, I went to Birmingham, the photography fair in Birmingham. And then I was walking around. I went there for B-Way filters to present on their booth, okay? And then before opening, I visit, and then during the day, I escaped and trying to see about all the stands and make some pictures and video for my YouTube channel or for my social networks. And then I saw the stand, the booth of OM System. That was really big, really large, really nice, but it was empty. There were not many lenses, really not many lenses, a few cameras, but nothing to do with other brands that are Fujifilm, Canon, Nikon, that was packed with gear, okay? But them, they had almost nothing, okay? So I came up to the people who were working there and said, hello, what's wrong? Why is it empty? And the guy looked at me like, what do you want? And he said, do you want to explain to me what is my job, what I should do? I said, no, I'm a Olympus client, OM System client, and I would like to know what's going on. And also a YouTuber. Ah, you YouTuber. Haha, YouTuber. Like if I was stupid. And I said, okay, I would like to have an explanation why there is so little here, okay? And it was laughing at me and really, like if I was going to blackmail him with YouTube. I don't know what he thought, I don't know. But he didn't want to tell anything. He treated me really bad considering I am a client, okay? And I could be someone who could explain what's going on. But he thought probably I was stupid. So I left. I said, okay, no problem. You don't want to give me an explanation. I will just say what I've seen. And that's it, okay? And then I think this afternoon or next day, I'm not sure, a guy came up to me, presented himself, introduced himself as Mark. I can't remember the family name, okay? I've got his business card with me, okay? As the marketing director for OM System, OM Digital Solutions, okay, for Europe. And they said, you had a problem with my guys there at the stand today? I said, yes, I did. So what happening? Because he said you were irrespectful or you were rude. No, I asked what was going on, why there were so little gear on to see, and what was wrong. And the guy thought I was stupid or whatever. And then I said YouTube, and he thought I was going to blackmail him. I don't know what he thought, but I feel offended as a client and as a person. I feel offended that he didn't treat me right. Okay, and he said, oh, but you're this guy who has a YouTube channel in several languages, and you're in Spain, and you had a problem with Olympus Spain. I said, yes, it's me. So he knew about the story, okay? Don't worry, Eric. Nice to meet you. From now on, you treat with me. So fantastic. A few months later, a month later maybe, he contacted me. Well, I sent him, we signed a DNA, and we started to speak. And then he managed to send me the OM5 and got it in France. And when I was in France, I could review it. I was really happy to get it before launch, and I could publish my review on the launch day. So I was so happy. I emailed him. I shared the results, the visits. I had more visits than many YouTubers that were always favored by Olympus, who always received the gear before I did, or received gear I never received, okay? All the gear I have actually paid for it, okay? And I was really happy to show that when I had the opportunity, I could get more views than they did, okay? So I was really happy. He said, don't worry, Eric, we'll keep in touch, okay? Then, recently, I got in touch, and he said, okay, we're going to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement for new gear, okay? And that was the 90mm 3.5 macro. He said, okay, but there's one thing. I cannot send you any units because we don't have enough available for that. And I think, oh, that's fair. I understand. There are some more priorities. Some people have larger channel or more or magazine or whatever. I understand that. That's no problem. Okay, so I received all the information before the launch day. I received I had a conference, a virtual conference, so we could speak, explain many things. Okay, so I could present the lens. Actually, it was a mistake to present the lens because if you don't have the lens, many people left the video after 1 minute because if you don't have it, they want to see a video of someone who's tried it. Okay, but okay, that's okay. So I sent him the links of my 3 languages, explaining, well, here they are, okay, I sent. And then I started to navigate on the internet, on YouTube, and I saw other YouTubers who did get the lens, and this guy had a lot less views than I did with the OM5. And I thought, why do they get priority? This guy, how come he got the lens? He had half the views I had, and I don't get it? What is that? I think it was not fair. So I emailed him. I said, this is not fair. This is not serious. I never received any answer. Same as Robin Wong, who was never receiving answer. I didn't receive any answer. But then I waited some time and my head started to make connections. In Birmingham, they didn't have enough gear to show. And in this case, they say, Eric, we'll have enough gear for sale, so we won't have the problem we had with the 150 to 400 millimeter that some people had to wait a year to get the lens. In this time, we have enough 90 millimeters, there won't be any problem. Okay, fair, that's fine, okay. But then you don't have enough for reviews. You don't send in priority to people who got more views on the OM5 because when they show something by Olympus, they get more success. Yeah, honestly, I don't understand that. These people will help you to sell and you don't send it to us. When I shared my video on Facebook, many people straight away put, hey, wait, don't waste time watching the review because he didn't try the lens. He just speak about the specs, okay? So that really got me less views on this lens. And also people, when they went to the video straight away, when I honestly said you don't have the lens, they just close. And for the algorithm on YouTube, this is bad for me, okay? But still, okay, well, I presented it, that's it. But then I think, yeah, but what's wrong here? You don't have enough lenses for review. You sell to some people that left you and this and that, and that's not logical. So I think there's something wrong. But it's not just this. Now we need to speak about the price policy, about the product policy, because this is where I'm most worried. Then let's speak about prices. Well, there are 2 prices. Prices of old gear that was made by Olympus, maybe still made by OM System, or it was in stock, we're not sure. And then the new gear. Let's speak about what's already existed. So, I see very often they offer like 200 euros discount, but if you notice, many of the prices went up 200 euros. So now they make me a discount. Do you think I'm stupid? You put the price up and then you make me a discount? What is that? And then there are some gear like the OMD 1X or the OMD EM1 Mark III that are fantastic cameras. But now you find them for 1,400 euros. Yeah, I think the 1 Mark III cost like 1,900, almost 1,900 euros when it came. And when it came out, and now it's like 500 or 600 euros cheaper. Then I think, yes, but if someone bought this camera like 2 years ago, he wants to sell it to buy the OM1, how much can he sell it? Yeah, you're just stabbing him in the back. So, yeah, because anyone who wants that camera will buy it new. For 1,400 euros for that, it's a gift. You should be stupid to buy secondhand, okay? With no guarantee. So honestly, my reaction is, there's a problem. They're trying to sell stock as much as they can, trying to get money in, and just go crazy. Every day they have special offers. Now they are selling the MC20, which is the multiplication 2x multiplicator. And then I think, what are they doing? They give it away now. Some people bought it like 400 euros like a year ago, and now they give it away if you buy something else. Oh, I don't like this policy. I know many companies have discount policy, like Fujifilm from time to time makes discounts, but they don't put the price up and then they make a discount. They have a policy discount like 3-4 times a year, and that's it, okay? But in this case, that's really strange. But now let's speak of something even worse: new prices and new products. So what's about the new products? Well, they always issue expensive things. The 450 to 400 4.5, really expensive. The new macro lens, a lot of money. And the 1.2 line, everything is over 1,000 euros. The new 12 to 40 millimeter 2.8 version 2, it was about 900 euros before. Now it's about 1,200 or something like this. It went up like 300 euros. And everything this way. So you feel like, oh, what's going on here? What's about me? I wanted something to replace my OM10 Mark IV. Yeah, but how can they replace that? If they made a big mistake with the OM5, putting the old micro USB and the old menus, are they going to create a replacement for the OM10 Mark IV with the right USB, the USB-C, and the new menus? So the OM5 clients are going to complain. They need to solve first this OM5 and then the OM10. Oh, that's a nightmare. Maybe there is no idea of making a successor for the OM10 Mark IV. That's not the idea. The idea is to reduce the market to people with more money. So I think they're just playing poker. They're just playing poker. The idea is we're going to reduce our market. We're going to go towards people who have more money. We sell less unit. Less units is less stock, less transport, and it's also less breakdown. You have less problems. If you have 10 cameras, if one fails, it's just one. If you have 1,000 cameras, then you have 100 failures. So you need more technical service. They're just example of stats, okay? Obviously, I don't think they have 10% failure. They have a lot less, hopefully, okay? So, but this is the idea. So we reduce the market, and then we just look after people who have more money, okay? So then I think JIP, Japan Investment Partner, they bought Vario computers from Sony. And many people said this would happen. What did they do? They closed the market everywhere in the world but Japan. And in Japan is a top brand, a computer brand. I don't know if it's still on actually, but it was when the story of selling to GIP happened, okay? So maybe they want to do that, to reduce, to really market that give money. Actually, before selling their photography branch, that closed South Korea, then Malaysia. I think maybe they're doing this. So what are they trying to do? To play poker. If it works, they get a more luxury market. But then you are, well, maybe you're not, but we are, many of us, the big losers, because we don't have money for a 7,500 euros lens or 1,500 euros macro lens, and they just don't make new things for us, okay? So all these people who help Olympus to grow, okay, when they went digital, they let them down. So if they win, but you lose, okay? And if they fail at this big game, well, maybe they don't lose that much. Maybe they're doing the dirty work Olympus could not do, like sell their patents, close the branches, close everything, and get money from technology they sell to other branch. That could be possible, okay? That's it. It is really possible they're doing this, as many people said it would happen. And I'm worried because I feel cheated. I see what they're doing now, and that doesn't smell good. That doesn't smell good at all. Creating just for the niche market, this is what Leica is doing. But Leica is not that luxury product, okay? And they prefer to have less clients and people who can afford it, okay? But OM system is not Leica. You're not buying an OM system to have it on a shelf as a collectible, okay? You're not a collector of this camera normally. Maybe someone collect on OM system, okay? But normally, no. So don't expect like a famous singer like Lenny Kravitz or Seal that are fantastic photographers to sign your OM system. They sign a Leica and people buy because it's a special series, but they will not buy an OM system. So I really feel something is smelling really bad, something is going really wrong, and I'm every day a bit more worried because more and more I see what many people were announcing. That doesn't smell good. So my conclusion, it smells bad. I'm worried. I'm really worried. Okay? I'm not worried because they didn't send me a lens. Well, that's irrelevant. I speak as a photographer, as a user of the brand. I'm worried for two reasons. First, well, if the brand would disappear, well, my camera would keep working like 5, 10 years. I don't know, but anyway, for low because of the legality, they would have to keep repairing things. So that's not much of a problem on my side. If I keep my camera 5, 10 years, that's fine. I do that always, and that's okay. Then I will have to change brand. Well, that's it. No problem. Okay. My worry is for people who have the OM10 Mark IV, and maybe in a year time they want to change it for a replacement, and there is no replacement. And the closest replacement is the OM5, and they have to pay a lot more than what they used to pay. And that's not fair, because this brand exists because of affordable prices. Many people like me bought Olympus for the quality and for the price. If accessible prices are disappearing, what are we going to do? What about this guy who wants a 60mm macro, for example, and they tell him, no, you have to buy the 90 because we don't make the 60 anymore. Because actually we don't even know if they're making new lenses, well, old lenses. We don't know if they bought the stock from Olympus and they're just selling it. We don't know if they're making them. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. So we know they make new things, but what's about the old one? So what happens if tomorrow you want to replace your OM10 and Mark IV and they tell you, yeah, the next one is OM5, it's more expensive, and you cannot afford it? Then you're stuck. That's a big problem. Or if they stop making the OM10 Mark IV and it breaks, what do you do with your lenses if you cannot afford a new body? More expensive body? That's a problem. And I'm worried about this. I'm really worried because this is not fair. They are there thanks to us who bought affordable things and now they're putting prices crazy up. Okay, so honestly, in 2023, I want to see several things. I want to see the OM5 fixed. New USB connector, USB-C, and menus. I don't mind if they change the name to Mark II, or they put a small S after, or they don't say anything, and from that date they ship corrected or new version of the OM5. Doesn't matter. I want to see it. Second, I want to see a replacement for the OM10 Mark IV. Okay, OMD EM10 Mark IV. Okay, that would be called maybe OM10. I don't know. I want to see a replacement of this entry-level camera in this brand. Okay. Then I want to see a real effort on lenses. I think this is not fair that you have to buy minimum 1,000 euros to have a weather seal lens. That's not fair. That's not fair. Not everyone wants a 1.2 aperture prime lens. Some people want a 1.8, but they need it to be weather sealed. I want to see these affordable, more affordable lenses to exist, to appear. If they don't do that, I guarantee in 2023, if I don't do this, I will not put a dime, a cent, a penny, whatever you want to call it, in this brand. I will not put any more money in this. Why? Because I will always lose. Or the brand is disappearing. I don't want to put more money in the brand. Or simply, well, that will not be affordable for me. Or I don't want to spend like luxury product on this brand. If I want to go for luxury product, I will go for Leica, I will go for Hasselblad, but not with OM system. Sorry, this is not the philosophy of the brand I came to, and if they change it, then I'm out. That's that simple. So I really hope they rectify. They're going the wrong way in my opinion. I hope they will rectify, and I will find faith in them again. But right now, I've lost my faith in this brand. So sorry about this. I think I honestly needed to say it because I've promoted many people to go to Olympus and OM System. I'm still a fan of the gear, but I'm worried about the policy of this company. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here is a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. So I'll leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I've reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc, and Flashes by Westcott, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.